Domino, Blueberry Hill. You're listening to KWWF Sounds of the 50s with Russell Brand. And here's your host, Ian. It's a pre-recorded show. This is happening last Tuesday. I'm here with Matthew Morgan, co-host of the show. All right, Matt.
Hello, Russell.
What's the matter? You're
what,
right.
Personally, or?
Just in life. You okay today?
A little bit ill, but you know.
A little bit ill?
Brave face on it.
Rubbing my eyes because of the shock. You're a bit ill, you say. How unlike you to be a little bit ill. Well, nonetheless, we're not going to let Matthew's hypochondria ruin yet
Not
another
hypochondria.
Brilliant show. Why is it not hypochondria again?
Because there was physical proof of my illness.
Well, where was it? Up your blanket. Up your blanket. Up your
So
blanket.
you've turned up as an 80s sort of Patrick Swayze figure?
I'm an 80s Patrick Swayze. If you come in the Roadhouse, you better be ready for punch-up, guys. So what? What do you mean?
Well, you were wearing exactly those clothes on the last show we did.
All right, well, one of us is in a film with Mike from Neighbours. Is that you or is it me? Me. Mike from Neighbours.
Really?
And me
Guy
doing
Pearce?
some acting. Yeah.
How do you know that? That's
'Cause
news.
I've done acting with him the other day.
He wouldn't work with you.
He did, mate. We talked about how good at acting we were.
Did you mention Neighbours and annoy him?
I didn't mention
What happens, mate? What happens, mate?
Mate, I don't back
You're
you,
in the
mate.
future, you lot. What happens?
Right, now that's in the future. Basically, does Mike get jet boots?
Oh, it's Mrs. Mangle's husband.
Basically, mate, does Neil Mangle's husband reveal himself to be the true Lord? Basically, mate, who's Bouncer gonna live with, Daphne or Neil Mangill? Yeah, no, I never bugged him.
He's done very well for himself,
I know
hasn't
he's
he?
a proper good actor. Don't keep going Mike from Neighbours, because Guy Pearce, Memento,
This
Priscilla.
film starring Mike from Neighbours and Russell from Big Brother.
It's a daytime TV smash hit. Jeremy Kyle plays the bad guy. Look, you've got to get back with your husband and look after that daughter, and I reckon you will. Can I get 5 to 1 on that? Come on, I can feel it, baby. I can feel it. Give me 20
You've
quid.
been working on that.
Yeah, I've been working that up. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Not bad. It's a bit of stand-up there. You can have that if you want it. If you want to start a little career in the world of stand-up comedy. Yeah, who's Jeremy Kyle think he is? Judging us, or does he judge us?
Well, no, he doesn't judge the general populace, just the
Who's he
people who go on
judge?
his show. But he thinks, you know, he's some sort of god.
Does he sort of
I think
peer
it's-
down?
Of course he does. He views the whole show through his nostrils.
Oh, God, look at you living your life. Mind you, that's Prince Charles.
Lady Dan.
World
When I
class.
have to show
Prince
my
Charles.
brace to people, they go, oh, I didn't know you had a brace. I have to go like that, and it makes me...
You have to pull your...
Lady Dan.
Matt's brace face is...
Architecture's rubbish.
Oh, it's a carbuncle on my mate's face. I always love the older one, you know.
I was not getting a blowjob off that guard. Do you remember that story?
No.
Yes,
What?
there was a story which is completely untrue
Completely untrue.
about like somebody who worked at the palace said he saw Prince Charles receiving a sex act from a guardsman.
Would you like a sex act? Yeah, I don't mind if I do.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, would you like to check my brace? I got a bit of dinner in it. Someone pointed out to me, it was someone who sent an email to our radio show, you're listening to it now, on 88 to 91 FM, russell.brand at bbc.co.uk, russell.brand at bbc.co.uk if you want to send us a electro letter. They go that all my impressions are the same, right?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Be it James Blunt, you're beautiful. Paul Young, living in love with the common people, born from behind the
This
family
is
man.
just a showcase for your talents now.
Hold up, Mike from Neighbours, if you're listening, I see a Tango and Cash style movie, Brandy and Mike, where we solve crimes. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. And what's the other impression that's like that?
Now, what's it called? Nana Moon, you do?
Yeah. Oh, don't breathe up in me, Alfie.
You do someone from Steptoe?
Oh, too. So that one's a bit different, aren't they?
That's your Carl Barat voice as well, though.
Yeah, that it does serve as good. Most of my impressions, I make them work for one or two people.
Yeah, well, that's economy.
Yeah, economy. And Nick, Dot Cotton I do, but that
Go on, that's part of you.
That's just my personality. I'll do that always. I've just been doing that since E4 began on E4 some time ago. Okay, hold on. We've got items coming up on this show. It is a very well produced programme.
Produced.
Produced.
I produced it up real pretty.
I I produced a baby, Bill Joe. His feet are back to front, though, and his veins are as blue as my belly.
He's over there in that there ditch.
Such a short life for one so young. No sooner they pop out, they pop back off again. Later on our radio programme, which you cannot prove isn't professional, we will be talking to Barbara Windsor out of... Yeah, imagine that. Barbara Windsor, she's out of EastEnders. She's been going on for ages. We all remember the camping scene, one of the great pause moments from cinema history. Pause. There comes Babs Windsor's bra. See a bit of
What are the other
knock a
pause
jiggle. Trading Places. Trading Places when Jamie Lee Curtis, the thing slips and you see Jamie Lee Curtis's lovely knockers.
No,
and
you
think,
see her boobs in the mirror. Nothing slips.
yeah.
She's just washing. And then there's another girl in Eddie Murphy's bed in that film.
I'm waiting for you, Billy Ray.
Get your clothes on, get out of here.
There we are. So those lovely naked moments. Sharon Stone's crossed leg, as you rightly say. Yeah, it's quite a lot of those moments. If you know any more of those moments, we call them tit milk. If you know any other tit milk moments, they could be fellas willies as well, if that's what you're into. Send them to us, russell.brand@bbc.co. What?
Russell.
Yeah, so what?
You can't say your own name.
I was doing an accent. Me and Mike from Neighbours sometimes go deep into character.
Do you? What
Yeah.
film's this with him?
Bedtime Stories.
Oh, right, he's in
starring
that.
Adam Sandler.
Was he always in that?
Yeah.
You never mentioned him till now.
I'll tell you who else is in it, mate. Monty, out of With Now and I.
Oh, get out. Richard Griffiths.
He's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
You met him?
Not yet, but I see his picture in the makeup truck. Like, there's him. Monica, out of Friends, is in it. Mike, out of Neighbours, is in it.
Are you meant to
Monty.
say all this? Is this all public knowledge?
Yeah, no, don't know. I don't know what I'm meant to say, what I'm not meant to say. That's why this show's a real hit and miss affair. It's good, though, isn't it, to
Yeah.
have Monty in it.
Yeah.
Bloody Lucy Lawless, Warrior Princess. She's in it.
Who?
Xena, Warrior
Oh,
Princess. She's fit. She's fit, mate. But
Really?
not how you think she is. Not in a vacuous, dumb way, which I would have preferred, but in a much more intimidating and intelligent way.
Really?
Yeah, she's really smart. She's smart as a whip. She goes like this, Russell! Russell! Like that. She goes, what is that?
That's
What is that?
Mr. Cadbury's parrot.
Russell! Yeah, that's it. And Mr. Cadbury's parrot, he's in it.
Wicked.
Yeah, they're all there.
There's a lot of people in that. Oh, it's just voices, though, isn't it? Oh, no, you're in it.
I'm a
always
real
think it's
man
just...
with my hair slicked back in a ponytail. I hate it.
Again?
Why have they got to slick it back?
Why?
People slick
What's
it back.
Mike got on?
Mike turned up the other day, he'd a bloody state. I go, Mike, come on, mate, he just had a knotted hanky on his head.
He's done the best out of anyone in Neighbours.
Well, has he?
Natalie
Kylie?
Imbruglia's done well. Kylie's done well. No, but in terms of...
Credible work.
Neighbours is acting, so he's
Right.
continued in
That
acting
line.
to the point where he's actually a brilliant actor.
Yeah, and a proper movie star. Unlike, well, Kylie
Sidestepped it into pop.
popped off. Donovan, he popped off.
Who else?
Who else has popped
Craig
off?
McLachlan and a
He
couple of singles
popped off,
out.
cut a single, pop, pop. Hey, Mona!
Ding, 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 ding.
I tell you, Mona, what I'm gonna do. Really simple.
next door to you.
That's impractical, isn't it? Because what if she just
And
walks
just
off?
move into her house. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
move in her house. Ask
Running
nicely.
after her with your house.
Building an house next to someone. You idiot! Come on, McLachlan. Plus, you've got too much in your voice, in your name.
Stop it. People don't want to hear that.
Well, you need to be Donald Duck to have a conversation with him. Hey,
It's another
Mona.
impression.
Hey, they're coming on, the impressions. Russell Brand, man of a thousand voices. That's another one of them. I do a thousand voices. Right, come on, other things coming up in
When
the
do
show.
you go away again?
Never. I never go away again. Never again, just here
Every
together.
time you go away.
You take a piece of me with you. Justified. Right, if you, in case you didn't know, this is
Stop being weird.
Stop it, it's a grown-up radio show starring us as the grown-ups. Later on we'll be doing our item anecdote with Barbara Windsor, who is an actress from the...
Is she a nan?
She isn't, probably, yeah, do you reckon? I don't know. We'll find out. But look, hold on, she's in EastEnders. Anyway, look, think of already the brilliant things. Send us your moments of bits of knocker in for our new item, tit milk.
Or penises.
Or penises, we're not sexist. Or a hermaphrodite, which could also be Jamie Lee Curtis from Trading Places, because everyone says she is one.
That's a myth.
It's a myth. That is just a myth. It's a lovely little myth. I liked Beowulf, I saw it.
Did you watch it in 3D?
No, because I was on an aeroplane.
Idiot.
Why?
It's amazing in 3D.
So what? You can't prove that there even are 3 dimensions.
I wouldn't even watch it in 2 dimensions.
What? You won't watch it in 2 dimensions?
I wouldn't.
Why?
Because there's a whole 3rd dimension. That's like watching a film with the sound off.
I'd like to do that.
What sort of film?
Porn. Watch it all quietly. Lynn downstairs doing the cleaning, me silently watching breastfeeding films. Why was that?
So it is you.
It's not me. I did that as a joke. Why is there breastfeeding films being looked up on my internet? That's what I want to know.
Email us, please.
Email us, please.
One thing for
Russell.brand.
sure, it's human nature.
Nothing more nature than tit milk. If they say why, just tell them it's human nature. Just tell them it's human nature. See where that gets you. Michael Jackson there with Human Nature. The record's Human Nature. So, what a show it's going to be. You can email us if you want. We won't get it now because this ain't happening now. This is happening some other day in the past. Russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. It's up to you if you send it though. But just know it's like throwing paper into a void. You won't get nothing from it. But if you can do it in that spirit, enjoy it. So later on we've got, like last week we started piping up because we spoke to Rod Hull's lad, Toby Hull, nice lad, good fella, lovely boy. So we started talking about got bags and that. But Matt, you're a bit worried that we don't want to go down that road of getting obsessed.
We did spend months talking to Big Bird and Kermit and...
We went mental.
No, we never spoke to Kermit.
Zippy. We upset him, didn't we, Zippy?
Yes, you did.
Because I said, what, do you ever use the zip to toss off or something? So insulting and odd to him. You know, Bungle, right? Do you ever, like, get his willy out between the bits of fur and that, like a big man with a pink willy? No, like the dog gets a pink willy. It looks funny, doesn't it? Don't look like it's very nice for the dog, does it? So Zippy didn't like that. But he was actually quite a nice chap. Anyway, we don't get bogged down and entrenched in children's television, but people respond to it because we spoke about Super Ted and whether or not, like, a character Bones
Super
is
Ted
in
in America
game.
as well, and is Super Ted still current?
I don't think Super Ted was in America, and I don't think he's current.
Let's do it then.
So should we get on with our new
Most
item?
of the stuff you go on about, people don't really know what you're talking
I
about.
don't think they do, Matt.
I don't think so.
I don't think they understand, dear. No, not from the looks I get. No, I don't think people know at all. Here's an email regarding Super Ted, our anachronistic, irrelevant topic. It's from Andy Ash. Spotty from Super Ted was camper than Erasure in a bush on Clapham Common at 2 a.m.
True.
You little homophobe.
It's
Not true that Andy Bell was in a bush in that place or whatever, though, was it?
But Spotty was, actually.
Oh, Super Ted, oh God.
Bubbling blancmange. Oh. Who said that? Super Ted said that.
What did he say? Bubbling blancmange.
Bubbling blancmange. Bubbling blancmange, Spotty.
He was right, he was
camp
square.
as well.
They're all at it. The old mob.
The only one who wasn't was Texas Pete, but he was probably a daddy bear or whatever they call it.
Yeah, he's a big rough daddy bear with his big handlebar moustache, dressed as a cowboy. Come on.
Hello.
They're all up in space, up in the space station.
They weren't always in space, were they?
They were up there quite a lot, you know.
Yeah,
I think they were.
Spotty a spaceman?
Spotty was a spaceman.
Let's research this.
Ted was thrown away like a bit of old dog Matt was saying. They threw him away like a bit. It was quite emotive as a show.
It was actually.
It's a bit much.
That was the thing. Do you remember Raggy Dolls? They were
Raggy
about like
dolls,
slightly
Raggy dolls,
deformed dolls.
Ragged as can be.
Don't believe it went like that.
Raggy dolls, dolls like you and me. Oh yeah. That's what it was,
God.
exactly. It was it was touching. Matt, why?
Raggy dolls, it went like that.
No. So if you've got a chin and a wobbly grin and your fingers are all thumbs, stand on your two left feet and join our raggy doll chums.
Raggy dolls?
Raggy dolls. Raggy doll, raggy doll. Them
How
raggy
do you
dolls.
know all the words to everything?
Because it's very important to store it up in the noggin, in case you need it all nicely. Lonely boy, dog's out again, lonely boy. This is from Colette and Hannah. I loved Super Ted when I was little. I used to run around the school playground pretending to be him. But it's from two people. So Colette and Hannah is two people.
Hannah's just, joined in. She's put her name on there to get it read out.
Hannah, I've got news for you, kid. Get the F off Colette's turf. Yeah? Yeah, sister, step back off. You got too much punk up your trunk. That's her problem. I'll be bound. Michael Young. Yeah, we're going to talk to Michael Young, Super Ted creator, at some point. Anyway.
Well, good.
Well, I'll tell you the main thing I want to know about him is... well, look, these are some of the questions. Just some of the questions I'll be asking Michael Young in my new
Before
item.
it turns sexual and he is offended.
Well, what do you mean? It will get sexual, you think?
Well, you always ask something really odd.
All right then, Matt. When we get
Create a
Michael
bad
Young on,
atmosphere.
why don't you see me be really professional and not sexualise it? And then someone's going to have egg all over their face and someone else is going to have something else all up their neck. Why were there any gay characters in Super Ted? That's question number one, so it's a bit to do with sex. What was Super Ted's magic word? Yeah, because Super Ted had a magic word. They never revealed what that was.
Did
never
he?
ever.
Like when he whispered in
I'm
sex.
going to do my magic word. He was a right little idiot thinking about it. Oh, Matt, I done a giggly last night or something, whenever it was in the past.
A giggly?
It was quite giggly because I'm so funny. And what happened was, is like afterwards, I got in the old car, go home and that. Two fellas in a white transit van started following. The driver of the car said sir quite a lot. You know, sometimes you get someone, they say sir quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know worry, sir, but that white transit van's been following us for quite some time now. I'm going to do a few manoeuvres just to check if the van is following us. Don't be alarmed, sir. I used to be in the military. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
He did say that, yeah.
I feel safe as houses.
Once he's in the military, I feel that's all right. He's probably only recently got that haircut, because his haircut was a bit like a Spiv's haircut.
Right.
So, and then, you know, because Spiv's, of course, avoided the army, but this guy, I could trust him, I could tell. So, the van, it was following us, this white transit van. I thought, maybe it's paparazzi, but then why would paparazzi have a great big white transit van?
They're normally mopeds.
Nimble vehicles, ain't he? So we stopped off a little bit, like, you know, and the van went past, but then it went off on the next turned round, started following us again. I started to get a little bit edgy. Ian Coburn, promoter of our gigs. All right, Russell. What he done was, he
was he in the car with you?
He's in the car with me. He got the driver.
Throw marbles out.
It's brilliant. We'll use Home Alone techniques. Anyone got any pots and pans? We'll get rid of these assholes. Sorry about my language. Right, and then so like what we did, he slowed down, and then we took down the number plate of that van, and it was getting a little bit edgy because, like, you know, like sort of like Walliams got his house robbed when he was off doing comic relief. Stevie Gerrard got his house robbed when he was off doing footballs. New things like rob people's houses.
Who is it? Michael Aspel.
What?
Michael Aspel with a red folder. Where are they going?
What's wrong? They're crackers, Russell. This was a life. Ba, 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 ba. No, right, then we went to Kentish Town Police Station. Like, Ian went in there for
Chickens.
a little bit. What?
Well, with the van still behind
Listen,
you?
you rat of all rats, grassing up people left, right and centre, peeping out your window.
I'd stop and get out and go, why are you following me?
Oh, yeah, Matt Morgan, always peeping through his blind. The builders have got a fire. The builders on the building side next door. It's illegal. Excuse me, that's an illegal fire. Got a man round in a cardigan to help you, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, shouting naughty fire out your window. Naughty fire! Naughty fire! Just because them builders...
Get on with your cowardice.
Right up,
We went to the police station.
Yeah, because
Police don't care if you've been followed.
Don't they, mate? Don't they care when they don't want another lady die?
Did you go in there yourself? No.
No, of course I didn't. I sat out in the car. Ian Coburn went in there, so they, like, you know, sort of explained the situation. Then I thought I'll go in, see what's going on, because the driver was talking to me about military matters and the SAS and 8 and kill a man with just pushing your thumb through his eye socket, things like that. I thought he might crack any minute, start doing it to me if there weren't enough action. The van by this stage had gone past. We'd got the number plate of it, popped into the police station. Ian Coburn's in there. I thought, I'll follow him in here. I'm a bit bored now. And I remember I've been in Kentish Town Police Station a few times, once for stealing white mascara from Boots, got caught doing that, had to go in the cells. And
Campest crime, history of crime.
I believe Super Ted was fencing that for me. And oh, thanks very much. It was 4 bones. And then yeah, and then another time, you know, when you get your mobile phone, say you lose your mobile phone, they go, oh, we'll only do insurance if you claim it's been nicked or something. And
so then you make up a lie.
Lie about it being nicked, and you have to go down to the police station, it all gets right out of hand.
You're lying.
You're doing that. Are you coming here doing that lie about mobile phones so far? Yes, where do I sign the lie forms? You sign the lie forms there, you'll get your new phone dispatched.
My friend did that, he burnt his car, and then went and said, like, the police said, oh, we found your car, it's been burnt out. And they asked him to come in. He had no eyebrows from leaning into the car, throwing his cigarette on the thing and the petrol light, and they'd put in the car.
So he just looked all surprised.
He had no
My car's back, thank God!
No, and he went there, and the policeman put his hand on his shoulder and goes, I know what it's like losing your first car, mate. And he was, like, really nice to him, but he had no eyebrows, because he was a liar.
Because he was an eyebrowless fire liar. Fire liar! Fire liar! You used to have eyebrows thick like wire. Now you look surprised and lost a desire. You lost your first car, you're a naughty liar! Then I goes in there. Policewoman behind a desk was fit.
Oh, God, I knew it would end in that.
She was nice, right? Okay, like, anyway.
She's not be very impressed with you the first time she meets you, is she? There's a car. I was sure it was following us. It kept morphing into other cars. At one point, it was a seagull. I'm losing my mind.
Then it was a street lamp. Then some opal fruits made to make your mouth water. I can't relax. I can't.
I've wet myself now.
I used to watch Juliet Bravo every week. Hold me. Hold me.
Yeah, go on. Did you try and pull her?
It's probably Pat.
Wear your uniform when you come round, love. I bet you said things like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you want to have a few more
Type down my
stripes...
particulars, sorry.
I don't make the payment. You'll get more stripes on your arm when you put round mine, darling. Nosh, nosh, bush, bush, hey? Sorry. So no, that goes. Well, it's probably, there's a policeman there as well, and it is. I know it's a cliche, isn't it? Policemen looking younger, but what about when they start? You want to have off with them? That's the bonus. You think,
Men?
Oh, not hitting me. They horrible hairdo. I go like,
What are you talking about?
the policeman. Cropped it was.
Why did you say you wanted to have sex with a policeman?
Policewoman.
Oh, right, you said when the police are getting younger.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They're
And then
getting
you want to have sex
younger.
with them. I thought you were saying, like, the men are so young now and svelte that you've turned gay.
They're so blithe, so nubile, these coppers. I just think, well, if that's the helmet you've got at the top, Lord
Oh,
alone
come on.
knows. God alone.
How does this story end?
Well, you'll be surprised because it involves a little visit from Mike from Neighbours. He crops up just in the nick of time. No, he doesn't. Right, so they're going, it's probably paparazzi, sir. We get a lot of no go. Ian Coburn, no, we're used to paparazzi. We know it's not paparazzi because we're used to it. They wouldn't
Does
use
Ian
that
Coburn
van.
mind you doing that voice for him?
We don't know yet. We'll find out when he listens to the show. That's how he talks, though. That's nice. I like his voice. Ian
Yeah, I like
Coburn
it,
is
actually.
beloved of me, so there we are. That's all right. So he goes, like... No, I actually don't think that's a bad voice. It's a nice voice,
it's nice,
right?
nice.
Right, so I go... You know,
James Blunt might, see some crossover there. Also Paul
Goes,
Young.
It goes, yeah, we're used to paparazzi, so, like, you know, we don't feel like, yeah, it's probably paparazzi, we get a lot of it, George Michael has it. You know, we go, no, it's not paparazzi, honestly, it's not paparazzi, we don't think it's paparazzi, because it's weird, the way they were following us, big white van, didn't take any photos when I came out of the venue, and I was with Assault, so it's a good opportunity to take some photos.
With
Then
Assault?
you know, Assault, a brass, a bit of crumpet. I don't get many of them in the pan. I'm a bad boy. I tell you, I'm a real fighting machine.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying,
Don't try and masculinise yourself.
I will
You
masculine.
tottered into a police station because a van was near you. Come on, what happened?
I don't know what this van will do next, but I read about someone being kidnapped. What? I goes, this policeman woman, I goes, what's your name then? She went, Sophie. Like that. And Ian goes, hey, it was PC Anderson when I asked. Like that. And I thought, well, hello. I give her, I goes, yeah, I'll take that down. I took her police pad off her.
What is this? Sounds like some crap script for Confessions of an Idiot. Those 70s Confessions of a window cleaner. PC Thompson when I asked. Hello, darling. Yeah, what are we going to do about this van? And it's really spooked me. This isn't even true, this story. Try and make yourself more exciting.
No, you'll never believe what's happened next. A couple of wise guys, the Driscoll brothers, have stepped out of the van. Danny Driscoll, he's armed with the bloody teeth. Well, you know what Michael Driscoll's like, he's even worse. The pair of them are going at it, hammer and tongs. What happened? No, so I got a police pad off that. I wrote down my number on that, did it, some love hearts and everything around it. Goes, give us a bell, sweetheart. Effed off out the cop shop, went to a hotel because I thought I'm not going back to my house. All these white vans everywhere. What?
Chicken.
You chicken grassing up them poor lads.
Hotel?
Yeah.
What's my name? John Smith.
John,
I thought it was Russell
run
Brand.
for the night.
No, it isn't.
John, make sure there's a bloody big bath. Look, I went to a nice hotel, and then while we was just checking into the hotel, Ian got a phone call. It was the old Bill. Goes, yeah, we've apprehended them. Those people in that white van. They're both card-carrying members of the Press Association, paparazzi, like they'd always suspected. But by that time, I thought I'd stay in the hotel.
So maybe they could shoot from that. Maybe there was one was taking photos while they were. I don't know.
They weren't taking any photos. It was all just. And why have you got a great big white van for? Eh?
I don't know. It's weird.
I wonder if that policewoman will call me. What do you think?
Have you got her number?
No, well, you can't get the number off a copper, can you? Can you?
Oh, I suppose.
I'd really love to pull a policewoman.
Why?
The authority, like the same as a teacher.
She wouldn't have authority because she wouldn't be in that context. She's not come around your house as a policewoman, is she?
Of course, they're never off duty.
You never learn.
They're never off duty.
Really?
Well, what if I'd done a crime? She'd have to rat me out. You'd
What
probably
crime
do
would
it
you
quicker.
do?
But I mean, I don't know.
It's not a crime.
It is, I think.
Is it?
I think it's still on the books. Check that out. You can
No, I
email
don't think it is.
russell.brand@bbc.co.uk.
Literally. That's about the only crime you get up to these days.
Hold on. Let's think of other crimes I do. Treason. I might do some treason. Huh?
When did you? What was the understanding? Did she just take it and
She
log
sort of
it in the
blushed a
logbook?
bit.
I bet she put it in the logbook.
We'll need that. Might as well keep hold of that. There's been a lot of attacks on the common. No, I don't know. She looked very pleased to have it. And I'd like to dedicate this to you, PC Sophie. Oh, you pretty copper. Oh, you pretty things, by which I mean your lovely boobies. My David Bowie. Oh no, you pretty things. You pretty things. Supper policeman's jumper. David Bowie there, pretty things. Oh, yeah, up a jumper. Why don't we, you and me, Matty Morgan, talk to a fella that I like to call Michael Young, Super Ted Creator, shall we?
Yes, please.
Michael Young, Super Ted Creator, are you there? Michael Young, Super Ted Creator, are you there? Oh, God. The impossible's happened.
What?
Ah, Michael. Glad you could make it. Now, why on earth is the universe of Super Ted populated with such gays?
Because they're dirty little buggers.
Michael, as I'd always suspected, you are fueled only by homophobia.
Yeah, I am. So what?
What was Super Ted? Propaganda, eh? Against the gays?
I think he might be on the line now.
Michael Young, are you actually there?
He's cleared his throat.
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, Michael, we had to do an impression of you there because we couldn't hear you, so we thought, we'll just fill time.
Well, I hope you did a very bad Welsh accent.
Actually, it wasn't. Matt, do the voice again.
Hello.
He did that. It's nothing. It's nothing like you, Michael.
Apologise.
To tell you the truth.
Very close to Texas Pete and Victor Spinetti.
Oh, Texas Pete. Hey, Super Ted. Do you do any of the voices, Michael?
I'm the last person in the world to do them. No, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That Victor Spinetti Super Ted. Yeah.
Well, look at my one then. Look at this. Oh, Tex, oh bloody hell, Tex, oh Christ, you've made me look a right arse. Right.
Melvin Hayes, a dead ringer for Melvin Hayes. That was. Yeah.
Was that Melvin Hayes doing that voice?
Yeah, that was Melvin Hayes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. I liked him.
Yeah. John Pertwee, Spotty Man.
Oh yeah.
How come you had such a good cast for a cartoon?
Well, it was those days, when, it's a little bit like it in Hollywood here at the moment. If people have kids or grandkids, they want to do voices. We've got Mel Brooks in Jakers, we've had Catherine Zeta-Jones, we've had all sorts of people who you can't afford doing voices because they do them really to do something for their own children.
What are you doing now then, Michael Young?
Well, for my sins, I run the largest independent animation studio in Los Angeles. Michael,
we got you on here for a laugh. I didn't think it would be a career decision.
No, I'm here. It's 82 degrees, looking out of my...
what are you looking, Michael?
Yeah.
What are you looking out of?
I'm actually looking at the Daily News there across the road. But we're in a place called Woodland Hills in California, and we, as I idly boasted, we are the largest independent animation producer.
What things do you make then?
On British TV, we do Jakers, Toddwills, Bratz, Pet Alien. You got to be 8, 9, 10 years old to know most of our shows, but
right.
They're all on at the moment. Yeah. Okay,
can we go back to Super Ted, back to the magical world of our childhood? Was it always in space?
No. Super Ted was often, on planet Earth and the planet Spot and.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And so no, he used to get around a bit. He'd be defending the artifacts of Rome in one episode, and that was the thing is that Super Ted was written on a multiple level, a bit like Shrek is these days, where an adult can go along, watch it, and get something out of it.
Yeah, what I got out of it, watching it recently as an adult, was homophobia. Now, how come Bones...
Yeah.
Was Bones meant to be gay?
Yeah. Well, don't you remember Melvin used to play 8.5 Hot
Yeah.
And he used to play that character, so we got him to sort of slightly reprise that sort of role. Yeah, he was a sort of a slightly gay skeleton.
Yeah, it was a gay skeleton. Look at Matt's little face light up. Thinks he's got another chance of a new boyfriend. Watch yourself, fella.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got a few more questions about the world of... do you run a football league in California?
Yeah, I do. I basically... We coach David Beckham's kids.
Do you?
Brooklyn. And,
what's going on? You got your fingers in all sorts of pies. You got your own studio.
That was really something. For when we moved here 20 years ago, I had a little, my little boy who is now a cameraman working on porn movies.
Really?
Actually, he has lately.
He's working on porn?
Yeah, he shot a movie about a penis that went around killing people.
That's an odd story.
That's a good story.
It was in the spirit of the Saw movies, you know what I mean?
The penis is
Seriously,
independent.
and he was 6 years old when we got here.
Hold on. Can we stay a minute? Please, Michael, can we just stay with this penis that kills people for a little bit longer?
You'll kill me for mentioning it.
And he won't mind. Listen, I'm interested in the porn industry, not being a part of it, but just, just where they live.
Yeah.
Have you ever been involved in the wonderful world of pornographic film?
No, I've got to say that I haven't.
I suppose there shouldn't really be a crossover between Super Ted and porn.
No, South Park gets very close.
Does, doesn't it? Yeah, they're brave, them fellas.
Yeah,
okay. A few more inquiries that we've written. Oh, right, so them gay stereotypes, you're all right with them? You don't think there's anything negative about it?
Do you know what? That's the thing is that, 30 years later, you wouldn't be able to do that. In the same way as in a Popeye cartoon.
Now. Go on, what with Popeye? What's in Popeye?
In a Popeye cartoon, you can't smash someone in the face and hammer them into the ground. You can't do those sort of gags anymore, and you probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, the world's fallen apart, Michael.
It has,
Your son's out there making films about a willy that goes around slashing people's throats.
But that's not animation. Whereas my other son's girlfriend said, "What does it do then? Choke people to death?"
Yeah, oh, bloody hell. Your family's a mucky bunch, eh?
How does it kill people?
Yeah, incidentally. How does it do the murders?
As I say, it chokes people to death.
Oh, that's literally what it does do?
No, I'm teasing. I've had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Of course, he also worked on wonderful esoteric documentaries as well, but
he'll always be known as
boring.
the murderous cock cameraman to our generation.
Yeah,
oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much. Will you ever reveal Super Ted's magic word? Did you have one in your mind, or was it just a lie?
Yeah, anyone who pays me $1 billion, I will tell them what the magic word is.
We'll start saving up. Michael, thank you very much for coming on our radio show. You've been fantastic and educational and informative and a little bit kinkier than I'd ever dreamed possible.
Wonderful. He sexualised the interview.
You sexualised it. Normally it's me that sexualises interviews. I didn't sexualise it at all.
In Welsh rugby they say retaliate first. Do you know what I mean?
Retaliate first. Nice work, yeah. I feel, to tell you the truth, I feel like I've been murdered by a winky, but it's been lovely.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Ta,
Cheers,
Michael.
bye-bye.
Bye, there he goes.
Bye-bye.
Bye, love you, bye.
He's perfect for you. He lives in LA, football.
Yeah.
He's involved with the porn industry through his
What a
son.
contact.
You could get a job doing a voice on an animation.
Yeah.
Bit of pocket money.
Bit of pocket money, bit of brass in pocket. This is BBC Radio 2 online or digital on 88 to 91 FM. If you want to email us in the past, it's russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Of course, this show ain't live. Matt, do you want to stick a record on, mate?
Yeah, let's have Death in Vegas, hands around my throat.
Stick it on then, son. Stick it on, mate.
From a willy.
Paul, one of the lads in there working there, producing the show, he goes, he reckons that Winky movie, Michael Young, Super Ted creator's son's Winky movie, he goes, it's probably a metaphor for AIDS. That's what he said. Winky that goes around killing people.
It's come a bit late, hasn't it?
What?
Metaphor for AIDS.
20 years.
Oh, yeah. A bit late, because no one gets AIDS now, do they? Ignorant pig!
Well, no, but I mean,
Oh, what, it's like the metaphor we could have done with that earlier? Yeah, I suppose so.
But then, apparently, like all the vampire films of the early 90s or late 80s.
Were they? They was metaphors for AIDS.
That because blood became the new thing to be scared of. Everyone was aware of that. So there was a... I did my dissertation on it, actually.
You're bright as a button, you are. You're a real find. You're a proper little treasure. Oh, what you got with your pantaloons? I bet it's soft as silk, is it? Is it? What you got round the back? Spices, have
I
you?
hope that policewoman never phones you.
She'll phone. We're going to be popping around a cop shop getting some old schlops. Come on. Why?
Well, you've said her name and that she works at Kentish Town Police Station.
Sophie from Kentish Town, Nick.
So someone will find out and go, oh, Russell Brand gave you his number.
Yeah. So?
Yeah. And she'll go, oh no, God, no, I wouldn't go near
to tell
it.
the truth, that was part of an investigation. It was a Colin Stagg style fix-up. Colin Stagg was found innocent. So, yeah. Right, okay, what have we got to do now then? Jingle Race War. Because it's not a contest, it's a race war, as we all know. If Mr. G is here, he is the poet laureate of this radio show. And, Matt, the other day I went to see G's show. What's it called? Into the Hoods. Into the Hoods, that is on at the Novello Theatre in London's West End. Very good show. I noticed you weren't there, Matthew.
You didn't ask me.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, it's a lot of fun, and I must say, very popular I was with the young audience there. A lot of attention for old Russ.
What, even when the show was on?
Yeah.
Signing a lot of the old autographs.
Okay, everyone, just face the front, watch the show.
Just get on the
Please.
show. Hey, I
yes,
don't need attention.
Yes, I'm Russell Brand.
Big deal. So what? I'm an award-winning superstar comic. Let's
Is that
just
where you
watch
got
the show.
followed home from?
I didn't get followed home from there, actually. I went home there.
I hope there's more
No.
followings going on.
No, what do you mean be followed for?
It's fun.
What, shake me up a bit?
Yeah.
Shake me out of my complacence?
Staying in a hotel when you've got a house.
I know, enough expensive down the hotel as well.
What was the benefit of the hotel?
Well, I thought I don't want to be in my house in case these murderers come, as I thought they
Didn't
were
you
at
have
that
people
stage.
you could, get over?
Who, you?
Why didn't you phone me up?
You? What were you going to do? Grass them up? Rat them out? Do some poop on the sheet?
I could have staked out your house.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it, mate. I don't like it. Anyway, G's show in the hood's good it is. G comes on at the beginning, bold as brass, all dressed up. Drew, you want to see him? He swears to
I do want to see him. I wasn't invited.
Comes out like a yobbo, he does. Yeah, trainers, tracksuit, everything. Yobs his way out.
the theatre. I'm Russell Brand. That man should be in a tax.
Excuse me.
We had to wait for Russell to sit down so the show could start, the second half of the show.
You disgust
Hey,
me.
whoa.
What were you doing?
I just sang a
We
lot
were
of
standing
opera.
around asking everyone, can they see him to get...
Does anyone want to see the second half? Or should I do a dance?
Look, okay, now, I think we've all worked out that most of the guys up there can break dance, but I've got a lovely little story about a certain guy getting followed by a white van. It stars a certain someone, yours truly, Russell B. Also, if it's rapping you like, listen to this. Oh, yeah, I grew up on the streets with bloody old Snoop Dogg fighting every day against another gang. Listen, mate, them people couldn't get enough of my autographs.
I should have started the show, and you should have been forced to excuse me your way back to your seat.
I'd never excuse me, I stride like a man.
Sorry.
I'm the tallest man in the world, Robert Wadlow, and a dog can sleep in my shoe. Those two fat twins in dungarees on a moped are an embarrassment to themselves in this great nation. Listen, them kids was all queuing up, coming to me. Lovely it was, coming to me like I was Jesus.
Coming to me, lovely it was, yeah.
Coming to
I'll
me.
change their lives.
Hey, your life's different now, ain't it? It's changed. It's better than ever before. Look, I can't help it, mate.
That's my worst nightmare.
I was wearing a hat, so I was trying to keep it down. Mind you, I did take the hat off. Yeah, I took the hat off.
There's a hat with a big arrow and his name on it. Hey, I put this hat on so no one would know. Oh, drat, it's got
Oh
my name on
Christ,
it.
it's got that neon Russell Brand ball bag sign on it. That's a bit of a sham. Yeah, well, anyway, G was bloody good. He done well. Very good stagecraft, very confident. And a lot of them dancers, may I say.
Oh, God.
Nice, what? Say
Having that
what?
penis that goes around killing people is a metaphor for you.
Hey! Russell Brand.
People keep phoning me and telling me they've got chlamydia. It's madness. Chlamydia's everywhere. Everyone I know is telling me that they've got chlamydia. Hang on, here's the phone again.
What's it? Yep, chlamydia again. I don't even know what this...
I'm not even going to go out. Just going to get a few birds around and have unprotected sex with them. We're going out there. Chlamydia's everywhere.
It's a chlamydia storm out there, I tell you. No one's safe, no one.
Glad they're all phoning me and telling me they've got it, though.
Suppose so. I've probably got less chance of getting it than anyone with all these constant stream of phone calls. Just to say I've never had chlamydia or any STDs because I'm invincible.
Don't say that, then kids will think,
Invincible.
oh, you can just pretend to be invincible and you're
I dare
protected.
you to give me an STD universe. Look, Matthew, you can look over here with contempt and something bordering on disgust if you like. But the fact is, I'm one of the nicest men you're ever likely to meet. Now for my
Jingles.
new thing, what I do, Jingle, a race war, which has its own jingle, which you will listen to now. Go on, Matt, I dare you, I double dare you.
Where is it? What is
Oh, you
it?
idiot. It's got its own jingle.
No, it
Jingle
hasn't.
Race War. Yes, it is. That thing, you've played it already. What jingle? What is it good for? Whatever it is.
This one.
Jingle Race War.
Good God, y'all.
Establishing good jingles.
Say it again.
It's good, isn't it, that?
Should say it again, though.
Yeah, it should, you idiots. Whose
Luke
fault's that?
Gray.
Luke Gray. Luke Gray, drab, tedious, unimaginative little man.
No, thank you, Luke.
Well done, Luke. Well done for that re-edit, because it was a response to us. We told him, we made some recommendations, and he has acted on them, and that's why I respect you from the bottom of my winkle. So, let's listen to the first one, Russell Brand Radio. It's Sam Johnston that's done it. Russell Brand Radio, how do I help you? Are you a little bit drunk?
More than a little bit, but
Russell Brand Radio, how do I help you?
Russell Brand Radio, how do I help you?
That's good. We can use that. Well done, mate. Sam Johnston, usable. Stick that in.
Bonkers.
It's good because Russell Brown Radio, how do I help poo? Funny thing to say. Right, do you like it, Matthew?
Yes.
Good, isn't it?
Next.
Jack the Gamma is one. It's G. A jingle for G. About time it happened. Oh, it's urban.
It's Mr. J.
Oh, he's from the streets. In his tracksuit in the West End. Oh, he's like a pimp or something.
It's Mr. J.
Jingle's gone on too long now.
Running out of things to say.
Mr. J, everyone! Woo! Pretty good, but too long, I'm afraid, young man. So that's not good enough. So we've already played the Jingle War Race War one. That was Luke Gray's. Good work. That's being used. So Sam Johnston's in the Race War. Paul Smith has got one for Matt Morgan. One can only assume, judging from his muse, that he's a sick, twisted individual. Let's hear it.
Matt Morgan, victim original.
What did he say? I don't understand.
I don't know, it sounded like Morrissey.
Matt Morgan. What an unusual young man. But nonetheless, well done. Adriana Hamby has got one for gay. Let's have a listen to that, the item gay.
Pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Good, that's usable. Well done, Adriana Hamby. Ben Maudsley, I think we've seen that name before, not just when I visit Matt in the Maudsley Mental Hospital, but in other circumstances too. Let's have a listen to
Where I
his...
do volunteer work.
Because of guilty feels for the way he abused me growing up. Some of those bed baths sting!
Nice to have an electro pinball bag dinkle dinkle pin. Blimey dinkle blimey nice dinkle dinkle sprinkle dinkle sprinkle winkle. Russell Brand like sand in his hand, while playing in his band on dry land. Radical radiant 2. Ball bag balls sag make my balls sag like a hag.
I'm worried about Stephen Hawking.
Stephen used to be a very good scientist, and all of a sudden he went through the looking glass. Let's listen to Pete McCavanagh's anecdote jingle. Anecdote's coming up later with Babs Windsor.
Good gracious, be careful, son.
No, we've got a better one than that, haven't we? That other one's
That's
more punchy.
freaking me out.
It was a bit weird. It was a bit ethereal and otherworldly when it
A
mattered.
memory.
Well, it was like a memory.
Like a memory as it was happening.
I remembered that before it began.
Oh.
Don't play again. No, it is a memory. You idiot.
Stop it now.
That's not deja vu all over again. That's just something happening to us, you fool. Wesley Etienne. Wow, what a great name. Hey, listen. Wesley Etienne has got one. Oh, Wesley Etienne. Come on.
Ready?
Yeah.
He is a very stylish man. Pin,
Probably about
Russell
me.
Brand. Drugs are bad, Russell Brand. And some guy called Matt. He is a very stylish man.
I like thinking of people doing these things. in their
Other
houses.
jingles are available, blood.
Interesting, but that's it's his own anachronistic addition to the thing there. So well done, Wesley. You're nice. Right, Douglas Ross here. Now, I believe Douglas has proven himself to be a great staple of the show. He's provided us with several jingles that we already like and use on a regular basis.
Really?
Yeah, he's done some of the good ones. I can't remember what they are, because you know me, I don't care about things unless they directly affect me, but he's certainly contributed to the show. Let's have a listen to his one, Nick the Vicar's Son, about our producer.
Nick, he was a vicar's son, a vicar's son. Nick, he was a vicar's son, a vicar's son, a vicar's son. Now he's peddling filthy scum, the kind that really would offend his mum. He's let his father down by working with these lefties clouds, and that's why he can't ever sleep at night.
That's quite good, that's the story of it.
He's such a disappointment.
There you are.
It's got moving.
Very moving. That's for you, Reverend Philps, about your disgusting, disappointing little son who works with us and actively says that Christianity is a myth and a
Don't
lie.
say
He
that.
says it every day. He says it's a pointless, pointless waste of everyone's time. So that's a
I
good...
once drew an inverted cross on Nick's arm and he asked me to wash it
Oh
off.
yeah, I remember that. That was good. You was giving everyone tattoos that day. You did some good Spider-Man ones and everyone.
didn't I?
It was a good boy that day. Why can't you be like that every day? Why'd you let me there for? Why'd you show me up? So Well, that's a good one, but I can't think of any situations where we'd actually play that ever again. But nice one, Douglas. Although, unless we ever got Nick's dad on the show somehow, that'd be fun. But who would ring him? Who would ring him? Who would make the call?
You!
I can't be bothered, mate. I ain't got it in me, son. I can't be asked.
Come on, intro the news.
What, already? News?
Yes. Good time.
Okay, guys, I've been looking at my window. I see a lot of stuff going on. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital and at 88 to 91 FM. Bloody hell. Dinosaur Junior, get me. God bless you, England's rose. Right, so we've got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of important things. Oh no, I lost my bit of paper with all my ideas on, my precious ideas. Did you see them, Matthew?
No.
Right, here we go.
I saw some crayon on a...
That's the ones. Matt's speeding. We all know Matt is a recidivist, a criminal, a dirty criminal, that if he were to try...
Recidivist means
does
repeat
it again,
offender.
done it again.
Well, I've only done it once.
You're always speeding. I've seen you speed. I see you reverse your car into someone, and I saw you take crack once. So how are you not
When
a
have I reversed my
recidivist?
car into someone?
When you was on the crack. When we was in a beef,
I was on crack.
you reversed into that post.
That
Remember?
post was called... What was his name?
Derek.
Jose.
Poor man.
I didn't realise he
man.
was drunk. He was carrying a plastic bag full of liquid,
Yeah. Why
which was probably booze.
We were in a beef. Matt was driving. Matt then was
Why
trying to
was
reverse.
I driving? Why was I driving? Why did I have to drive you around Ibiza?
To get some drugs for me?
Yes. And I was in a car park, and this bloke went,
Drugs are bad.
and he was like waving me backwards.
Yeah, it was like he was doing the directions, but actually he didn't know what he was doing, did
Yeah,
he?
so
He
I
directed
drove-
us into a post.
Well, it was a sort of two-post and a chain.
He directed us in a two-post and a chain. Two posts and a chain. And he had a bag of liquid. I said, Matt, if you're offered directions from a man with a bag of liquid, do not...
He had a carrier bag full of yellowy liquid.
What was that liquid? We never found out.
We didn't.
Why would anyone have a bag of liquid?
He was sort of crouched down like he was in pain, and I think he might have been waving for us to help him.
Yeah, they weren't even
The
directions.
bumper fell off, and you just went, look, get it later, I need heroin.
The heroin's got to be prioritised over this bumper, this bag of yellow liquid. It's useless to all of us. Let's move it along. Slow me down.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are awful. I remember a drug once I'd done. Give me a headache. Oh no, got rid of it. It was Nurofen. Delicious. Other headache pills are available. No drugs are bad. Matt's speeding says, En Stradavinidis. Nicky, Burnham on C. Burnham on C. Burnham on C. Hello, Russell. Matt and Mr. G, poet laureate of the show. If it's not too late, Matt should definitely go on the speed workshop. It's like spending a day in a Victoria Wood sketch. The one I went to had 2 instructors with matching sweatshirts. You had to write your name on a label and wear it and then examine why you're a bad driver with the group. There's free tea and biscuits and you come away with a certificate. It's great fun. Nicky, Burnham on C. See? Why
That's
don't
quite
you
funny.
join in? Matching sweaters. A certificate. You've never won anything, have you?
Yes, I have.
What?
Loads of things.
If you think you're coming to accept that BAFTA with me, if we win it, which we will. If you think you're
I
coming...
don't want to. I hate things like that.
You are. I'll drag you up on that
Because
podium.
I know you'll go, come up.
I will.
Then we'll get up there. Then you'll do all the talking.
Yep.
And then there won't be a
Yep.
space for me. And
Yep,
then we'll
no.
have to get off.
Yep, that's right. Come and do it! It's going to be great! Come on, come and get a BAFTA.
I
If
don't
we
wanna
win it, we
go
might
up
not win a
there.
BAFTA.
I've tried to share. I've been on camera with you before.
What happened? It was fun.
You pushed me out of the way. Right,
You
little
were
show
in
off.
the
I like
way!
sharing the limelight.
I like sharing the limelights!
When
Don't
we
I?
interviewed 2 blind men, do you remember that on a bridge in America?
Yeah! It was a lovely
He was
day out.
standing in front of me. Wherever the camera went, Russell went and stood in front of me.
That is called professionalism. Look at you trying to... You took advantage of them blindies.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I made a joke.
You kept throwing your voice. Hello! Oh! A seagull! You took advantage of him and you said one spoke like the one out of Family Guy.
He
then
did.
what was the joke you made?
Blind leading the blind.
Out of order!
No, I said it because I thought you were going to say it when they walked off.
No!
2 blind guys, and I went, go on, say it. Blind leading the blind.
I
You went-
wasn't going to say it though.
You did. You went, that's the best joke ever. Go and kick them.
No! Oh, did I go, Daniel, my brother, you are older than me, and sing a touching ballad to their blind condition? You vicious pig. Who's next? The deaf? They on your hit list?
Yeah.
I love all people, all of them. Don't matter what's up with you, mate, I love you. Up and down the scale, side to side, whatever you got, I love you. So I'm only mucking around. Right. Oh, F it, my ring's gone. That's more of my tomfoolery. I'll have to earn another $1 billion to pay for that.
What was that, a skull ring?
No, it's not a skull ring, it's got a rose on it, it's nice. Okay, got a letter here from a young man. Roland Rat, he claims to be called. Hello, Russell, this is Roland Rat. I live in a sewer under Hollywood at the Rat Cave. I'm back in London. Can I come on your show? That's not the real Roland Rat, is it? Oh, I'd like to talk to him.
Would
Yeah,
you?
get him.
Crap bags.
What would you mean, grot bags? Is she on the phone? He's got bags on the phone?
What else would I say? Grot bags.
I just thought you were saying it. I thought you were talking about that yellow bag of fluid when we were in a beefer.
Oh, yeah.
Grot bags, are you there?
What are you doing, you stupid little brats?
Whoa, Jesus
What
Christ.
are you up to?
Well, I'll tell you what's happening now, baby. I'm getting stiff as a board.
And what do you think is in the bag?
When
It's
you're...
custard, you stupid boy.
Grot bags? I never saw all the undertones when I used to watch that show.
So sorry, lads. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Carol Lee Scott, a.k.a. Grot Bags actress. It is lovely to have you on the show. Thank you for coming to speak to us. Are
Thank
you
you
all
for
right?
inviting me. It's a great pleasure.
It's lovely to have you on. Even though you played a hideous, vile witch in the Pink Windmill shows,
Oi.
What, sorry?
Lots
Yeah.
of the hideous.
Well, you were
I
revolting.
was the most beautiful, talented, wonderful, colourful lady in the whole wide world. I was the bestest witch what you've ever met, sunshine.
Well, listen, I was building up to this statement, and here it comes. Hang on to your hat, even if
And
it's
then?
not a witch's one. You turned me on, Grot Bags. How'd you like that?
Thank you so much.
Because, aside from being Grot Bags, you look
You were
like
behind the settee, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I was behind the scene. Because you look like you had quite big knockers, have you?
Pardon?
Nothing. Matt, you had a question. What was it?
Why did you want emu?
Matt's question.
Because
That's the question formulated in the
if I
mind
had
of a
got hold of
9-year-old.
Emu, then with his power and mine, I would have controlled every single little brat in the whole wide world.
But Emu didn't have no power, did he?
Oh,
Or
yes, he
He was
did.
an idiot, wasn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, he was, yes, but he didn't like to tell people.
What's
that,
going on with Croc?
Oh, little crocky poos.
What?
He's in the Everglades at the moment, sunbathing.
Not bad, is it, our impressions?
That was very good.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
another one.
David Tate played Croc, and he was a dancer, and he's now working in the West End, I believe, at the moment.
Is he gay? The actor that played him?
Yes, of course he is.
Oh, nice one. All right, but
And he's a smashing guy. I love him to death.
well, be careful. That's what I'd say. Don't love him right to death. Wicked way. What a way to go. Being
Well,
loved to
that's
death by Grot Bags. Now, if it's not a personal question, what is your bra size? If it's not a personal question.
I've got
Come
to
on.
think.
Come on, Grot Bags.
No, I've really got to think now.
Tell Uncle Daddy. Tell Uncle-
46.
46 what? What's the letter? Come on, it's all in
I'm
the
not
letter.
telling you.
Oh, we need the letter!
You've
I
got
think
to
you're,
get that.
I reckon you're right in the middle of the alphabet,
let's
Joe,
say
you
F
saucy
then.
man. What, Matthew?
It's sexist.
How's that sexist? If men
That's
had
a
boobs,
very
I'd like them.
Very, very personal, that question.
Sorry,
See how
Grot
many
Bags.
Very
she's got.
personal.
She's really angry about this. Yeah, not as angry as your stupid question, Maida. Why does she want emu? Course it's to unite the power. Don't you know nothing about electricity?
Well, electricity has got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I know, I just said it. Listen, right, yeah, hold
We
up.
did it with wind power, you know.
Yeah, windmills. See?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, windmill, of course it was.
Yes.
Grot Bags!
Yes.
What were the most memorable times, or actually, actress Carol Lee Scott, who plays Grot Bags, what are the most memorable times whilst playing Grot Bags?
I think doing the Royal Show.
The Royal Show, you done it before?
The Royal Command Show for... we did one for Princess Anne and Princess Margaret.
What are they like?
And that was absolutely fantastic. Something that I will never, ever forget.
Well, what happened?
Great pleasure. It was lovely. It was really good.
Did anything
fun.
good happen? Were they nice?
They were lovely.
I met
They
the
were
Queen
very
once.
kind.
She was
Very
alright.
kind.
Nice, the Queen was. Met her once. So and Prince Philip, long eyebrows. I was
Yes.
thinking as he went by, look at the old eyebrows, reaching out into the world. Okay, so that was memorable. Why are you called Grot Bags in that programme?
It just seemed a good idea at the time. It was just a good name that came out.
Because I suppose it's
And,
vaguely onomatopoeic.
Yeah, we just thought, oh, yeah, big Grot Bags, that'll be fun.
Did you get on well with Rod Hull, or was the on-screen tension real?
There was no on-screen tension.
Sexual tension?
No. No, because he was far too young for me,
Was he?
I mean, I am 486 years old.
You're not. Come on.
And he was a spring chicken at 60 odd, you know.
Bloody hell. Yeah, it's a shame. Isn't
He was
it?
a very, very clever man. He wrote the series. He wrote books. He wrote poetry.
I liked him.
Very, very clever and misunderstood man.
Was he? Misunderstood him? Really?
Yeah, people didn't realise how deep he was, you know, and how clever.
All right, I liked him.
Yeah.
I didn't realise, I suppose, he was deep. Hold on, I've got something being handed to me. Right, Carol sent me this email earlier on when she thought we weren't going to phone us. Says our producer, Nick Phillips, who is the son of a vicar who cannot sleep because of guilt about his religious views.
Right.
If this was a hoax, then it was a good one and took a lot of people. I wish the BBC had better things to do with their time. I had a dinner party interrupted and apologies required. When I rang just now, some idiot decided to tell me it was the wrong number. Thank you for wasting my time. Do not try and contact me again, and please try and employ people with some manners. Who have bad manners, Carol? We will have them fired.
The people who answered the phone.
What were they like? Have you got a name?
No, I've got no idea.
Man or woman?
Man or woman?
Man.
Man, right. Did he sound like he might be a bit...
Yes, definitely.
Right, you're fired, Paul.
Paul's gone, is he? Paul's gone, good.
Or did he have the air of a vicar's son who's let his dad down?
No, definitely. Nick is absolutely fantastic.
Well, tell his dad, 'cause his dad's ashamed of him. So
Very impressed.
Paul, never insult Carol again, Carol.
That's right, because I'm bigger than him.
You certainly are. We know your bra size.
That's right.
We don't know the letter, but we know the number, and there's
I told you the letter, it's F. F for Freddy.
Grot bags, fun bags, more like it. Grot bags, you have been a fantastic guest. Thank you very much, Carol. Sorry for that person being rude.
And belated Easter greetings.
Bless you as well. Happy Easter to you as well, Carol. Thanks for coming on our show.
You, darling.
Sorry that person was
Have a
rude.
good one.
They will be fired. Thank you very much, Carol.
Drugs are bad.
Bye, there she goes. Oh,
I'll do
Carol.
a little clap for her.
That's all right, wasn't it? Bit
Yeah.
mental. Why not?
Nice.
I did sexualise that one quite well, I thought.
She was green, wasn't she? Her skin was green.
Yeah.
And you also used to get turned on by the Incredible Hulk's green boobs.
Yeah, he had big green boobs. Grot bag, big green boobs.
And lettuce bikinis, green
oh,
boobs.
yeah, green boobs again. Sort of like septic milk. That's what I'm into.
Jolly Green Giant. Ever want to look up his little
boobs.
kilt?
I wanted to get that kilt. I pull that to one side. I pull his nuts forward. Pull them all taut. Kermit. Hey! You can do a good Kermit, can't you? Hey, come on, show you.
Oh,
Can't be bothered. Lovely. What an attitude. Live on radio. Matthew Morgan. Well, not live, actually, pre-recorded. But nonetheless, it would be nice if you joined in. Join in, you little sod. Put a record on so I'll drop this bit of paper. You'll listen to the Russell Brand show. In a minute, we'll talk to Mr. G. Why don't we ring Noel Gallagher? I might as well just ring him, see if he's all right. But let's listen to a record. What we put on, Matthew? Danzig. Martha. And I'd like to dedicate that to my dad. On the show in a minute, some things will be happening, and those things are my new regular item, gay. Here is that item beginning now.
Pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Got an email here from Charlie Mack. He says, "Hi Russ, Matt and Mr. G. I have a gay problem. My sexy boyfriend, Ollie G Unit." What does that mean, G Unit? Like he's a big geezer or something? Or Mr. G looking up, suddenly looking a bit guilty.
That's something to do with 50 Cent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ollie G Unit, oh okay, is in Australia till June, and I'm worried he's cheating on me. Should I just ask him if he is, or just not worry about it? He tells me he's sleeping away around Melbourne in a jokey sort of way, but I'm concerned he's not joking. I think there's a thriving gay community in Melbourne.
People say that jokingly, don't they, to sort of
to
assuage
lessen
the
it
guilt.
a bit.
Oh, yeah, every night, yeah.
Every night
what are you up to?
Oh, but I'm in and that! And then by the time I get back, you're just a bit used to the idea. It's a technique I've been using for quite some time. Should I go out there for a while? Please help me. I love the show. Charlie Mack. Well, what's that then?
Don't go out there. Because it'll be all, the vibe will be all wrong. That person's out there, they've gone there for a reason. Then you'll turn up and go, hey, where's the party?
Right. Are you speaking from your own bitter experiences in Australia? When you went to Australia to join a loved one and it all went all wrong and you fell into the sea and drowned?
I fell for G-Unit's trap too.
You're not the first to fall under G-Unit's spell. He has a peculiar allure, doesn't he?
G-Unit sounds like a great big oath to me. We've got Sharon Smith in here. She probably... look at her sitting up like a dog in its name. Do you want to give some advice then?
About what?
That. Give it down Matt's microphone, see if you're any good.
What should I give you advice about? Because actually when you were talking about that, I was just doing a little yawn.
What? That was a good item. What have you got to do? Do you not know what that was about?
Yeah, a little bit.
Go on then.
No,
what should he do? Go Australia or not?
I got slightly distracted. You know what? I was looking at Matt's screen and trying to work it out what it was.
Don't try and work it out.
Don't try and work it out.
Very
screen.
difficult.
It does look very complicated.
It is like the Matrix.
To be fair, that's what I was distracted with that.
Matrix 2. What? You were distracted by it?
By that screen, I was really staring at it, just going, what does it mean? What's going on?
Sharon?
What?
You're supposed to be my friend, stylist, assistant. What?
Just say don't go to Australia.
Don't.
Say
No,
that.
I am your friend, stylist and assistant, but really, in my advice, you just don't go to Australia.
Don't go Australia. Good advice there, everyone. Don't go Australia. Myxomatosis, kill a little rabbit. And also, Charlie Mack says, Sarah, he loves you. Another gay problem here.
Hang on, how is that a gay problem?
Because he's worried about off to see his gay mate.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what. What is anyone listening?
So I love
I'm trying to
Sarah.
help gays. Look, am I the only one who cares about gays? G's out there in the theatre, hanging out, being as gay as you like. I mean, G, the only one who care what it's like to be gay? Yeah?
Calm down.
There's another gay thing here. It's from Paul. There's a gentleman who I work with called Roger Gay. Can you tell me if this is an unconstance of verb and noun combination or an accidentally noun-noun marriage? He's always maintained he would change his name, and I agree. If he has conquered high school with his affliction, is it good for him? What do you think? P.S. What were his parents thinking? Paul from Glasgow. Nice
Roger
name.
Gay.
Good, isn't it? It's a novelty. Some people can get by on things like that. What I'm more interested in is there's this bloke Sharon used to work with called Mr. Gammon. Used to make sure everyone called him Mr. Gammon all the time. Wouldn't tell you had to call him Mr. Gammon.
In what context? What did he do?
He was like, what was he, Sharon?
He's a costume designer, but still to this day, and I work with him quite a lot, I still do not know what his real name was. And even I meet people now, that makeup artists and stuff like that, go, oh, you work with Mr. Gammon? And I still sort of say, did you ever find out? And they go, no, it's just Gammon, Mr.
So you
Gammon.
have to call him Mr. Gammon.
You call him Mr.
formal,
Gammon or
isn't it?
Gammon.
Formal.
Yeah,
It puts him
Gammon,
above
yeah.
you.
He's putting himself above
I'd
you.
call him
Mr.
mate.
Gammon. But
Mush.
everyone does, even clients, they call him Mr. Gammon.
I
It's
go, "Oi,
quite
tit milk."
difficult.
Tip milk, get over here. Design me a cosy. I want one what makes my knob look nice. That number 9 in. I'll number 9 you.
About?
If you number 9 me, I'll number 9 you right back.
What are you talking about, number 9?
Undermined, I know, sometimes language, different it up a bit.
Come on, get on with your gay item. Is there any more gay problems?
No, I think that's all the gay problems solved. Hold on, I didn't solve that one. Yeah, let that bloke have his name. That's not even a problem, is it? Later on we're going to talk to Barbara Windsor and we'll have Noel Gallagher on the programme and all. What? Barbara Windsor? Are you excited about Barbara Windsor, Sharon? Sharon's here, Anna's here, and the little people from our little organisation. All there, stood there like a couple of slags. Oh, nice. Matthew? What were you saying? Hold on, you had something you were telling me. You're going to a spa?
Yes.
What are you going to spa for? Something wrong with you?
Relax.
To convalesce. You're like Gordon and Simpson. What's that thing Gordon and Simpson met in?
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
called a sort of like a sympendium or something.
Symposium? Sanatorium?
Sanitarium, that's it. Someone told you that down your lug box, didn't they?
Yes, and
Sanitarium.
you've got the same
I don't
noises
get it.
as
I
me.
don't get the message.
That's because it's off your ear.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't. My neck doesn't pick up vibrations in quite the same way. I've been using my gills for weeks now. Yeah, Gilden and Simpson met down a sanitarium,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not
They
going
wrote
to a
Hancock
sanitarium.
and stepped on something. What's wrong
I'm
with
going
you?
to a spa.
Have you got bronchitis?
No.
What's wrong with Elephant Man died of that.
I'm going to go and be sat in a garden in a wooden wheelchair with a blanket over my legs.
You're going to be a figure of fun! Sat out there in your wooden wheelchair with a blanket over your legs, eating licorice and smoking woodbines. Smokes ain't good for you, you fool, you mad fool! So
I
you're
go
going
to a nice spa.
Why are you going to spa for?
You know, because I want to.
You won't fit in.
Yes, I will.
You've
I
been
always
a-
fit in.
You don't always fit in, you stand out!
I didn't fit in when I went to a spa with you because you stuck a poster on my door saying I was a sex criminal. And the hotel said, if you want to put this on your door, it's going to upset the other guests. Can you phone some reception? Thought I'd actually done it. Ridiculous bit of honesty.
Yeah, because no sex criminal would advertise that fact under a self-imposed Megan's law, putting on their door, I am a sex criminal, know this of me. Yeah, it's a bit crackers that, but you learned a valuable lesson.
I
And
did.
also, you saw when me and Matt were getting a jacuzzi down that spa with my lovely legs, weren't they nice?
No,
What's wrong with my lovely leg? Go on, don't undermine
He
them.
feminised it. He could have had a Scarface moment, but he had to put his legs out. Look at my legs. Look how I can point my toes. Look at the arch of my foot.
Like a lovely lady's legs, aren't they? Look at them. Is that getting you going, is it?
No, it was ruining my whole day.
The whole day ruined. So what makes you think that this time is going to be any different at the spa?
It's going to be nice.
How? How are you
Because I'm
going to
going to go there, relax, do some work.
Who are you going to go with? Your lady friend?
My laptop.
Is that what you call her? Pop her on your lap. Have a lovely bit of fun. You and your laptop.
When I phoned up and and I was talking to the woman, she said, "Oh, I'll send you confirmation." And then she goes, "Would you rather I didn't send it to your home address? Do you want it sent to a business address, or do you want me to not send it at all and you can pick it up when you come?" And I said, "Oh, why'd you do that? Is that because people might have affairs?
Yeah, I bet you were right.
Yeah, and then she goes, no, actually, it's because some people buy it as a present for their partner.
For their lovely wife, who they love very much, like my husband Barry loves me.
As if I was, and then she sort of, seemed a bit ticked off about it.
So you tick her
I went,
off?
oh, trust me to see the negative, and she went, yes, but we all have our secrets.
Oh, have our dark secrets? A dark place like a graveyard where we must never go again. They're so dirty, and he was cuddling auntie.
Why's she so uptight about
I don't know.
everything? I left something in an hotel once, right? And they don't. So the reason they don't phone you up and go, "Oh, you left something in the hotel," is because of people having affairs.
Yeah.
So you were right, Matthew.
And what about when you film stuff for TV? You have to put up posters in case someone's gone there having an affair.
Having an affair.
And you out them as an affairer.
Why is everyone having affairs?
I've never had an affair.
Stop having affairs, you perverts! Sit down, relax, unwind, go to a spa with your lovely wife. Of course the sex not as good as it was, of course it isn't. What did you expect was going to happen when you got married? But you'll get down that spa with your wife. And if you are a sex criminal, put it on the door. Put it on the door like a little red cross. You alright, Matthew?
Yeah.
Go in the spa.
Yeah.
You go in a little
You
spa.
go to spas all the time. Don't try and judge me on it.
I judge you as a spa goer. I judge you as being out of touch with a man on the street, and I'm that man, leading a revolution, leading people to freedom. That's why when I'm down the theatre, watching G's show, all them kids, all different colours these kiddies are, come on, Russ, they do, a modern-day Fagin. Yeah? What are you looking for? What are you looking over there for?
I'm sorting out music.
You idiot! Get on with your job!
I'm listening.
What?
What, you just started going on? Noises?
That was not noises, that was an articulate debate about classmates. Something that probably don't interest you, because you're always noncing around in the spas. Okay, so what, do you want to play a record or something?
Yeah, I don't know what, though.
Gold mine gutted, bright eyes, get a grip. What about my selection? Oh,
What about your song? You got another song that you did?
Yeah, Black Kids. Oh, no, my song. Yeah, me. That's good. All right, stick that on.
Where is it,
We've got to do something.
I've got to find it.
We've got to do something by me. This is good. Now, when I was in that film, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, other films are available, not as good as that one. I ain't got me in them. Here, I went for breakfast with Leslie Douglas, controller of Radio 2 today. Very interesting developments there. Matt Morgan, slowing us down. Matt the albatross, swinging around
Keeping us
neck.
on the air, mate.
Yeah, well, it was very good breakfast. The show's looking good. We could be on this show for years more if we play our cards right. Now, okay, what's going on? Stick this on, are you? Have you found my record yet?
Well, no, we do something. Oh, yeah, that's another one, isn't it? Yeah.
Someone sent me a letter about that, Infant Sorrow. Right, hold on, I've got a letter. There's a letter here from a young man. Probably I knocked it on the ground.
Well, this is terrible radio.
No,
We might
it's
as well
not,
go
Matt.
back and cut
Don't
this all
go-
out.
That's all right. It's good. This is one of the best bits we've ever done. Come on, be a bit more confident in it. Right. So where is that? Come on, Nick.
Right,
Oh,
shall
there
I
it
just
was,
play
right in front of
this?
me.
There you
No, here, email. Hello, Russell, Matt and G, says Vicky Littlemore. Russ, I love the Infant Sorrow song. Everyone's been so pleasantly surprised by how good it is. Well done. I just thought you might be interested to know that Infant Sorrow was a poem by William Blake. I've attached it to this thing. Infant Sorrow by William Blake. Here's a poet. This is a poem, G, yeah? This is going to blow your mind. Not pouncing around the West End in a dressing gown going, oh, look at those girls' tummies. Actual poetry. Girl, you should want to see G. Oh, look at them girls. Look at all these dancing girls. They're all dancing. That's what he's like.
They wearing skimpy outfits.
They're skimpy, yeah, they're all right, these dancers, mate. You should want to go along, have a butcher's. Go on. What?
God,
What?
dirty den. I want to go down there and have a butcher's, mate. People ask for your autograph and everything. Oh, no, went for you. Sorry, yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, get yourself an eyeful. Never know, might be some extras
I've
in
been
it.
followed.
I was being followed. It was the followers following poor old Russ around like that. Hey, give me the willies. Infant Sorrow by William Blake. Break dance. Right, who says the show is not brill? Them persons are idiots. And that's why this is a bit of high culture here by Billy Blake. See angels in the trees round Clapham Common. Bit of info for you there. My mother groaned, my father wept. Into the dangerous world I leapt, helpless, naked, piping loud, like a fiend hid in a cloud, struggling in my father's hands, striving against my swaddling bands. Bound and weary, I thought best to sulk upon my mother's breast. Infant sorrow, yeah. Good bit of poetry
Very
there.
good.
Oh, Blakey, I'll get you better, I believe. South London. Now, coming in, let's listen to a bit of the old Infant Sorrow. This is by old Russ. Do something. What a bit of singing by old Russ there from the film
Wonderful.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I improvised that. I have a bit of recipes written by Jason Segel. Just leaving a message for Noel Gallagher because I'm ringing him from a new phone because there's been a lot of nonsense with my phone. I think I was being followed. I better change
that
my
why you
phone
changed your
number.
phone?
No, it's Russell. It's my new phone number. Give us a bell back when you come on the radio. All right, ta-ta, mate. Ta-ta,
How's
love
he
you,
gonna ring you
love
back?
Ring me back on this number. All right, bye, Noel. Bye, Sarah. Bye, love you.
I think that's doesn't
What?
tell you what number it is when you ring it.
Is it private if I rang you
I
on it?
don't know. I
Nah,
think-
that's America. That's when I'm in America.
Okay.
Okay, now this is a special moment, and a moment we've been building to for many, many years now. As a young boy, I dreamed that one day I would say these words. I thought perhaps the day would never come, but that day has come. That day is now day. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our radio show, Barbara Windsor. Barbara?
Hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, we're ever so well. Are you all right, darling?
I am good. I don't know if your producers told you, but I'm sitting in a theatre, the Wimbledon Theatre.
Oh, yeah.
It's completely empty. I'm sitting up in the
Get
guest
out.
circle right at the back.
What are you doing in an empty theatre?
Well, I came to see my great friend Anita Dobson, who played Angie in EastEnders.
Yeah, no, we'll never
And
forget.
she's appearing in Hello, Dolly.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
came to see her because I'm a big theatre goer and I love this particular piece, Hello, Dolly.
Yeah.
And I was asked to talk to you, and you know I'm a bit in love with you, don't you?
I didn't know that it had crossed the boundaries into love. I'm really glad that it has.
Well, yes, I think you're absolutely fantastic. And I never got to talk to you much when we did that, the Graham Norton show, did I?
No,
and
not
I came
nearly
home and I
enough.
said to my old man, oh, crikey, I didn't get to talk to him much. He gave me a kiss, and I said, so I should be grateful for that.
Do you really talk like that when you're at home with your old man? Oh, crikey!
Yes, I do.
You're never off duty, are you, Barbara Windsor? 24
Yeah,
hours a day. Oh, Barbara. Hey, your husband Scott, I know him. He's a nice fella.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He's good for me. It's funny, he's much younger than me, but he's tough. He's really, I needed somebody like that as I got older because I was getting a bit stupid. And I hit that silly age of 60, and I still thought I could run around like a teenager.
What do you
know.
mean by that, Babs? Run around
What,
like a
darling?
What do you mean run around like a teenager? Up to no good?
Well,
Monkey business?
You know, being silly, going out after I've finished work when I should
Right.
be taking it easy, which I do now. And,
Oh.
and in fact, I'm quite boring now, actually.
I don't
But
believe that.
But I think you have to do. I mean, I'm 70 now, so...
No. Are you?
Yeah, I was 70 this year.
Oh.
Last year.
Barbara, I've just had to redress my whole strategy. Up
In
until
what
moments
way?
ago, I thought that having sex with a 70-year-old woman was unacceptable. Now I think it's an absolute necessity.
Oh, thank you. You just made an aging sex symbol. Very, very happy with those words.
And you
Thank
made
so
a
much.
relatively young one do
Now
something
listen, you've
very
been in America,
unprofessional.
haven't you, making films?
God, you're professional. Yes, I have been, actually. It's going quite well.
Well, you know, what's it like? Because I've never made a film in America. I was offered to, but I was in a show. Each time I was in a West End show, and in those days you had to sign for the whole run of the show, you know, so
Right.
they wouldn't let you go. And so I never got to do them. So I just wondered what it would be like making a film over there.
It's all right, you know. They've got loads of money and everything's much more professional than over here. You know, very serious. You feel that there's a lot of money behind it and people take it
they
seriously.
they pay a lot more money than they do over here.
A lot of dough in it, and like people are very sort. But you feel like you can't sort of be muck around, or else they'll be all over you.
Do they treat you like a real lardy?
Well, I mean, I've been treated like a little princess. Tell you the truth.
Really, have you?
Yeah, no, they're nice to me.
Because here, you know, they kind of say make your own way there, don't they, kind of thing.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, go on, see you there. Bring a camera, could you? Dress up in a cosy, will you?
Listen, guess what my husband bought me for Valentine's Day?
My
Bookie Wookie.
You're joking?
Yeah,
Written by
and
Al
I
Russ.
started to read it last night, and I said to my husband, I'm not going to read it. I want to go on holiday, because I'm going away in a few days.
Well, mate, you
about a
just
couple
read a
of
little
weeks.
bit of it and
I
wanted to
wanna
go on
read it
holiday.
then.
You're going to read it?
Well, no, I really want to sit there and concentrate because I've got scripts here. You see, I've always got masses of scripts around me,
Yeah.
and and so I thought to myself, when I get away and I don't have any scripts, that's when I want to read it.
Babs,
He bought me that and Peggy Lee's book, Fever.
Babs, we're making my bookie book into a film with the brilliant English filmmaker Michael Winterbottom. Right, he made loads of good films. Welcome to
Right.
Sarajevo, 9 Songs, things like that. 24-Hour Pie People, brilliant genius he is.
Fantastic, and that is such a compliment to you to make.
Good,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
At
Be
your
in it.
age-
Come and be in it.
Oh, I'd love to. Can
That'd
I
be
have a little
good.
cameo role?
Yeah, you can. That'd be good,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
okay. But I tell you, that is such a compliment. That is fantastic for you, that they're going to do your life. It's brilliant.
Good,
brilliant.
isn't it?
But you've lived such a lot, you see.
So have you, though. What have you been up to? God, dear,
darling?
skylarking around.
I can't hear you.
Well,
Sorry?
you got up to a lot of, you've been up to all sorts, haven't you? You've been through the mill, you've had a few
I'm
adventures.
really lucky in as much as this. I started out in theatre.
Yeah.
People only know me, and I love the fact that EastEnders and Carry On. That's great.
Yeah.
But I'm more theatre actually.
Right.
So I've had a great life. I've really had it's been terrific. Since I was 13, I've been in the business, and I love this business. I love it with a passion.
And all the gangsters.
Oh, well, yeah, it wasn't like it seemed. It's just that, I did them a favour once by doing a charity, and they for them, the boys, the Crays, and then they let me have their club for a film. I made Sparrows Can't Sing, and so that was about all it was, you know what I mean? Of course, my first husband was a bit of a rascal.
He's a bit of a rascal, wasn't he? You're wrong.
Yeah. But he was a good rascal. He was a very sweet man,
Yeah.
And but there we go.
No, fair enough. But I think you're best off with Scott. Lovely fella. Now,
he is good. Go on, darling. Go on.
We've got some questions for you, please. And
Okay.
here.
By the way, I live round the corner from Noel Gallagher.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, so you're not far from here.
So yeah, I'm right round the corner from. I'm in Marylebone.
Say hello to him. He's enough friendly.
Oh, is that where you are in Marylebone?
Yeah, we're like at the BBC, Radio 2.
At the BBC, there's the one I haven't seen you because I'm always walking up. Well, I'm always there, aren't I?
Oh, you're lovely.
Oh, I shall look out for you next time. We can have a little something.
I'd love to have a little natter. Meet up, have a natter.
Darling.
That'd be nice.
Okay, go on, ask me your questions.
Right, here they are. After you won the first Rear of the Year award, they didn't award it again for another 5 years. Is that because your rear was so bloody perfect that other people's rears were disgusting?
I tell you what, when they said actually it was called Bottom of the Year award in those days,
Right.
and when they said they'd had mine out, I said no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want that. I'm an actor, And they, but look, the real reason was because I was against people like Susan George, real great-looking birds. And when I won it, I couldn't wait to go up there with me little grubby hands. Give it to me, But then I was surprised they didn't do it for a few years, and then it came back as Rear of the Year. Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know why. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I think you deserve it.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, it was quite a cute bottom. Yeah.
Do you know, Bob, we were talking about it earlier, of course, the famous Carry On camping moment that helped me through puberty.
It's so silly, that, isn't it? It's such a silly little... And you know what? It's one of the most... It's in the top 10 in all the scenes that are shown. It's in the top 10 in the whole of films. And I just think that that's absolutely amazing. It was done in, as you know, in a field at the back of the studio. It was bloody January. It was freezing cold, and the mud they all sprayed with green, and they planted trees.
Did
It
they?
was nothing like the way it did. And they had this little old man with a fishing rod. That's how they pulled it off.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was terrified of the guy anybody seeing my boobs.
How did you make sure that they didn't?
What, darling?
How did you make sure your boobs was covered? What was the
Yeah,
technique?
we had to be, because it was, we had sensors, didn't we, the sensors. And so they said, well, we've got this little old boy, he's retiring in a week's time.
Give him a treat.
Yeah, and they had a fishing rod and they stuck a hook on my bra. And then it was, come along, Barbara, out they go, dear Kenny. And the first time it didn't work, and the bra didn't come off when I fell into the mud head first.
Oh,
and they couldn't have cared down. They said, get her up, wipe her down, and go again.
That's what I'm like after most of my exploits in my fishing rod, tell you the truth, Babs. Get her up, wipe her down, let's go again. No trouble.
And the second time, Hattie accidentally pulled my arm, and they showed the right boob.
Yeah, I saw the side
and
of
they
it.
said, oh, we've got to go again. Anyway, so we went and got the third time was right.
You
and
do
then
see a
when
bit
they
of side.
The third time we did it was fine, with no showing boobs, no nothing. And they took two to the censor. It was John Tresalian or something in those days.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, this is the one we'd like to use is the one showing the boob, and there's this other one. And he looked at it, he said, well, I don't think Miss Windsor's right boob is going to corrupt the nation. And they passed it.
How wrong he was, because it sent me crackers.
Yeah, so, there we go.
That's a lovely story. Babs, who did you get on best with? Kenneth Williams, Sid James, Bernard Breslau? What ones was
Kenneth
love?
is my very best friend.
Really?
Kenneth was and there isn't, something, Russell, there isn't a day goes by when I don't think about him. Something happens, especially I live in Marylebone, and that's where he lived. He was wonderful. He came on my first honeymoon with me.
Was that not a bit impressive? Have Ken Williams on your honeymoon? What do your husband think?
Yeah, it was Ronnie, yeah.
With Ronnie Knight?
It was fantastic.
How did they get on?
Oh, this was ridiculous. I was doing my first carry-on film, Come Spy With Me. We didn't get on at the beginning because it was very sharp with people, especially new people. Anyway, I was very flashy in those days, so I gave him as good as I got. And then he said, I love her. She's lovely, isn't she? And we used to talk about it, and I said that I just got married and I was going on my honeymoon, and he said, well, how long you been with this fellow? I said, 2 years. He said, well, it's not an honeymoon, is it really? It's just an holiday. He said, and I'm thinking of going away, and that's what happened, and he went away.
Invited himself on your honeymoon?
Yeah, well, he was right. I'd been with Ronnie 3 years, you see. Anyway, what he didn't tell me, he was bringing his mum and his sister.
Kenneth Williams with his mum and his sister?
Yeah, his mum and his sister, yeah. So we went to Funchal, Madeira, and I tell you, it was a monstrous time. It really was. He was rude. If anyone came up and asked for his autograph, he'd say, no, I'm on holiday, and I would argue and say, please, they're our fans, And, it was, but he and Ronnie used to go off and leave me and his sister and his mum.
Oh, on your honeymoon? You spent your honeymoon with Kenneth Williams' sister and mum, while Ronnie Knight and Kenneth Williams romped off?
That's right. And about a year later, we were walking up the corridor at Pinewood Studios where we make the movies, and he suddenly looked at me, he said, if you ever left Ronnie, I'd like to marry you. So, and then he went, but there'd be no sex. I said, well, piss off then.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't mean to swear.
That's all right. Don't worry about that, Barbara. You're in an institution. You're allowed to do some swearing. I don't think Barbara Windsor saying piss will corrupt the nation.
No.
To paraphrase that censor.
But he was great. But of course, Sid and I had a little fling, and there we go. So.
Did he laugh like that in real life?
What? Yeah, who, Sid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He was great. He was really nothing like I ever think we see him. I mean, he had a bit of one day he'd have an American accent, the next day he's South African because that's where he came from, South Africa. Or other times it would be Cockney. He was very sharp, and the women absolutely fancied him so much.
What, charisma? Did he have lots of charisma?
Loads. Oodles and oodles of it. Yeah.
Right, so he could just get everything's round to sex quite quickly.
Very quickly.
Oh, I like the sound of so that's funny, isn't it? Because when you watch them films, that was the genuine relationship between you.
Yes, it was. That's exactly right. Yeah. Not a lot of acting there.
Oh, that's a brilliant breakthrough. Thanks,
but
Babs.
it was great. And now let me tell you about all those people. They were highly, highly talented. They sang, they danced, they did every accent, and they all did theatre as well. I mean, Sid was a great song and dance man. And Kenny had played the Dauphin in Henry, and they were all, but not selfish. If a line suited you, like Joan would say, you take that part. It was a very good atmosphere. It really was.
Not selfish unless it was your honeymoon and they decided to turn up uninvited, unplanned for. Oh, Barbara,
that was the beginning of a great friendship. It really was.
Barbara, they're lovely stories. Thank you so much for giving us your time and coming on our radio show.
And bless you, and well done, young man.
Thank you.
You're not only handsome, you're talented, and
thank
people
you.
love you.
Oh, you
okay,
lovely
now
woman.
listen, I look forward to reading your book, and I look forward to having a little cameo role.
Yeah, come and be in it.
Cameo role on your film, okay?
Thanks, Babs. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Love to
God
Scott.
bless you.
Talk to you later.
And love to all your listeners. Take care.
Bye-bye, Barbara.
Bye, darling. Bye, love. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Barbara Windsor.
Cut to her reading your book in a couple of weeks, slamming it shut, going, what?
What a pervert! That lad!
He's a wrong un.
Oh, wasn't she lovely?
Yeah.
Barbara Windsor there.
Nice to hear about Kenneth.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it good? I wanted to ask more about Kenneth, but we could have got a bit too intricate about it, because I
You
wanted
should
to know
talk to
about...
her, yeah.
Well, should we get one
He
again?
didn't like people using his toilet and stuff, did
No,
he?
that's what I'm really interested about, that. His obsession with that. That's because it's close to you. That's why you're interested
I
in
don't
it.
mind people using my toilet.
Yeah, as long as they eat their dinner off it after. You've got some peculiar fit.
He's talking.
Listen, let's not go down that dirty little alleyway. Now then, that was Barbara Windsor. Wasn't she lovely fun? If you want to
Lovely.
talk to us about that. I wish she could play my nan maybe in it. Don't know if we could age her up a bit, young me down a bit, look lovely. Yeah, why not? We can do it. Should we play another? Oh no, it's nearly the end of our radio show. Send us some emails next week. We're doing in Los Angeles doing the show next time you listen to it, right? Matt, you might be out by then, will you?
Possibly.
G won't be, because he'll still be on the West End stage, living it up. It's the new Ken Williams, Mr. G. And what better way to summarise the show than with London's most flamboyant homosexual poet, Mr. G. Here he is. Oh, hello, dear.
Okay, this is called On Top of the Cops. It was the briefest of times for all those seeking to find militaristic manoeuvres and breastfeeding's the crime. Blancmange bobbling, tit milk troubling, porn adventure, plot struggling, and reasons no longer needed when policing for fumblings. Taking down particulars, gross misconduct in vehicular, measuring the rears of the years, detecting angles perpendicular.
Woo! J, Mr. J! What?
I'm trying to say, we've got to say thank you to those people for doing the paintings of us.
Why can't you just say it? You're a part of this show. Why do I have to do a big elaborate mime? You should see yourself like Marcel Marceau. Painting, doing a mime, painting his own hand.
What? Soup?
I thought you were saying batter a roll.
That was a painting. That was the paintbrush.
It didn't look like painting. Just like...
Do you want butter? Bread and jam?
Bread and butter, mate, before I go to bed. Even by Babs Windsor, who've got to live like cockneys now. Want a sugar sandwich, boy? And we
people used to have them.
I know they did.
Flea bags.
And salt sandwich.
Sharon goes, flea bags, flea bag boy. Sharon, you're no position to talk, having it off with that lad on a bomb site when you were 7.
Listen, he was one of the flea bags that lived upstairs, but they used to have sugar sandwiches. We all used to get called upstairs for our tea.
Sharon,
come upstairs for your tea. But the flea bags never had to go upstairs. They just had
because they can't afford tea.
Margarine and sugar sandwiches in the square.
What a silly cow.
She wasn't 7.
No. How old was she when she had it off?
7.
16.
Oh yeah, because otherwise it's disgusting. Right, well, Mr. G, they have a brilliant poem. You can go and see Mr. G in Into the Hoods at the Novello Theatre. Other theatre shows are available, but they're all rubbish. Matt Morgan, are you doing anything?
No.
Come to Los Angeles, you silly ass.
Things.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you going to your little spa with your new boyfriend. Silly sod. Right, so, me, I'm in films. Right, that's all you need to know. Right, next week, we'll call Noel Gallagher. He ain't rang back on that phone yet. We'll call Noel Gallagher up next week, see what's up with him.
We'll do anecdotes next week.
We'll do anecdotes.
Some good ones.
Oh, can't you do one? We've got a few minutes. Go on, do an anecdote. Yeah. We couldn't do. There's no point doing that with Barbara Windsor because she was good, isn't she? She was just spilling out stories. Go on, then.
My brother-in-law's parents...
should we do a jingle?
Oh, yeah.
Right, first the jingle.
Hello, dear, cry me pipes and things and then say things we say, we don't know what we're doing, do we?
Yeah, okay, so they watched...
You idiot.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to Anecdotes.
Good, see? If you were going to do your heavy metal programme, you better buck your ideas up.
Okay, right. My brother-in-law's parents said to him, "Oh, you know that Apocalypto Mel Gibson film?"
Yeah, I love it.
So, yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Brilliant.
They said, "Oh, we loved that film. It was brilliant." And then his dad said, "Mel Gibson was a bit annoying in it." And they said, "He's not in it. He was just directing." He goes, "Yeah, well, no, but his voice was all over it. He kept talking." And they said, "What? No, he didn't." He goes, "Yeah, he kept piping up. He kept talking about himself." They watched it with director's commentary on.
That's so lovely.
They thought the film, like Mel Gibson, after it was all cut, thought, "I should talk over this." So he kept coming up talking about himself.
Oh, Mel, I can't concentrate on a story. Mel Gibson. Oh, this scene was quite difficult, I remember. They took several takes there before we were coming. Oh, Mel! Yeah. How are we going to get into the relationship?
His mum went all the way through it.
I mean, if he'd done it once, you wouldn't mind, gives to the atmosphere, but really, Mel.
That's lovely. They didn't notice. They didn't know.
They put on director's commentary, because I suppose that's a different world to them. They don't know about director's commentary.
Old.
How old are they?
I don't know, 16, I suppose.
They should be shot like dogs. They're stealing our young heir. Oh, that's a lovely anecdote. Did you say we've got another one?
Not really. We ain't got time, have we?
Well, of course we have. Have we got time? Of course we got time for you, Matt. You're doing so well.
This is my mum. This isn't even... Well, she's a nan now. You know that song, Because I Got High? Do you remember that? Yeah. She goes, "Oh, I love that song, Because I Got Hot." And she thought it was going... And then whatever he says, and then I fell over because I got hot.
Because I got hot. Yeah. So your mum thought that was a story about someone not getting high on the old drugs, but just getting hot.
Getting hot because I got hot.
Because it got hot, but then it got hot. They messed up their whole life just because they couldn't regulate their temperature. Yeah. You know that gesture where you put the palm of your hand into the crook of your elbow and go, "Up yours, mate!" Like the palm of your hand goes into the crook of your elbow, "Up yours!" And then your fist goes upwards, "Up yours, mate!" That sort of gesture.
Yeah.
So I was walking down the road with my mum once. A lorry driver went, "All right!" like that, and done that gesture, Polo. "All right!" like that. And my mum went, "All And I just waved back. Goes, that's not a wave, you silly cat.
What was he doing? Like giving her?
Like, go on, get out. Like, that's when I was young. It's probably about 7 or 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? It's like she was a younger lady then, of course.
And then you seem to have grown into that man. That was your dad?
He was the closest thing I had to a father, that man. I looked up to him. I still miss him to this day. So there you are. That's some stuff. What's happened? 2 hours of the old lovely things. Thank you for listening to our radio show, and a big lot of love to those of you on the Russell Brand fansite.com. Why not go on there and talk about me, see what you think about me, just get it all out there. But remember to be sycophantic though, because I don't like anything other than blind adulation. Next week the show will be coming live from Los Angeles, we think, probably, who knows, might be. Matt Morgan could very well be there. You and I, Matt, can you imagine what you're going to be like in Los Angeles, Matt? Oh, I feel ill, I'm confused,
I've
got an illness on the plane.
I was a big player
I think I saw Mr. T a minute ago. Oh, I'm scared.
Well, I'm not coming now.
You are? I booked your tickets.
You should book my tickets.
What do you mean? I've got to pay for it?
Well,
you're going economy.
Get the studio.
I need this guy flown out.
I don't mind economy because I haven't based my whole personality on, finance.
No, you base it on being ill every 10 seconds. Listen, we're
I'm
out
better
there.
now. This show's made me better.
Of course, as it's being near me. You need to be near me. When you're not with me, you miss me, and you can't own up to the fact, and that's what makes you ill. If you embarrass me in front of them moguls, don't you dare. We're meeting some important Maglies.
Once I said hello at the end of a meeting instead of goodbye.
Meeting went really well with HBO. Brilliant, Russell. You're the next big thing. You're a real hotshot. See you later, guys. Nick Linnon. See you later. Russell Brand. See you later, Matt Morgan. Off we shuffled out the door. They never called again. Never heard from them.
The old hello, goodbye thing.
I know, it's an easy mistake to make if you're an absolute bloody
That's
idiot.
an anecdote from me.
Hello. Hello there, how are you?
What's the one you say when it's all over?
Oh dear, I'm going to get confused. Au revoir, dogs too. You thoppy thought. Okay, well, thanks for listening to the show. In a minute, we're going to have a bit of newsy poos. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll get Noel Gallagher on the show. We'll have more Babs Windsor. Thanks to all our fantastic guests and their sexy interviews for old ladies, right? Yeah. Babs Windsor, well up for it. Grot bag. She can't get enough of the old muck. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital and 88 and 91 FM.